what I want to talk about is my company, how it got started. FastCoast Productions got started with Wisconsin Project X. We made this movie, put a trailer out on YouTube with it was like a brand new trailer. We had a couple trailers out, or teasers out, and I put a trailer out before the movie was done. I always make trailers before my movies are finished, just to keep people excited. So I made a movie trailer, put it out there, and I told everybody, you know what, I'm just gonna release it on YouTube, you know. And then all of a sudden, long story short, a lot of movie distributors contacted me and said, hey, we would like to take a look at that. And long story short, continued, and we got Midnight Releasing to release this picture, and it's available still online. It's still on DVD, Netflix, which was like still the coolest thing then. So it's available on a bunch of platforms. You can watch Wisconsin Project X. But when we made this film, they told me I had to come up, you know, put my production company name on it, and so I basically made this company name, FastCoast Productions, because I like stuff that's fast, like fast cars. I love cool fast cars, and I love the coast. I love the beach, especially the West Coast. So that's where that came from, and so that was the company name, and it all started when we got distributed with this movie worldwide, and became kind of my company. And I grew my company by making promotional pieces.
My name is Heather Demarest, and I'm just a simple girl from a tiny town.
I'm Aiden Carmody. I am a senior. I'm going to Pacific University this fall to major in music therapy.
My name's James Lee Burke, and I'm the author of the novel House of the Rising Sun.
And I would make these promotional pieces on the side, which I still do, to kind of create income and stuff like that. And I would do these cheesy, awesome movies, these fun movies where I can break all the rules and just do whatever I want, experiment with new types, techniques, and shots. And I started making all these films. This was the following film I made after Wisconsin Project X, called Terror Vortex. And this was my film school. I learned how distributors work and how they take your product, and there's movie contracts, and there's all these, you know, non-disclosures and stuff like that. And this movie and this film that I made, Terror Vortex and Zombies of the Living Dead, I took under my wing, and I figured out a way to get my movies out there using certain platforms and certain other distributors out there that are more what would you say, open source, and more for the independent filmmaker. They help out the independent filmmaker create content and get it out there as a distributor would. So, and we did a very good job. So these movies right now, you can watch them on Amazon Prime, YouTube, for free. Even on Amazon, if you don't have like a Prime membership, you can watch it for free, especially these two movies. And so something happened where I'm like, oh, I became a distributor. I can distribute films, right? And I figured out the way how to do it. It was pretty cool. And by just researching and figuring out like what I really want, you know? So throughout this video, I'm gonna do some quick tours. So we're walking out of my office here. It's kind of a mess right now. It's always a mess. I mean, who am I kidding? And I'm building sets right now. So here's like a screen and a scrim that we use to create a background. We've been using it as a movie screen because we've been researching. There's a pile of like green screen boards, some curtains, some stuff like that. There's all a bunch of movies. Look at that, stacked up VHSs, because we moved things. We've been totally destroying my studio and creating movie sets. I'm gonna walk into one of the movie sets right now. It's made completely out of boxes and cardboard. Some of the soft box. We're still building. Some blood from our last movie, Carpenter. But I turn around here, we're starting to paint and create our space interior So we get those cool long shots. We got, here, I can turn on some light in here. There we go. There we go, there we go. See that? Yeah. So we go, turn, turn. And we can create, we're creating some sets. So we're gonna have like corridors like going through into this area. And then there you can almost see, let me see if I can do that again. Right there, there's some fake brick, faux brick right there from Grid Street, from our movie Grid Street. So if you wanna watch Grid Street, our miniseries, there's some of our sets right back there. Anyway, so, and then this door right here actually goes to the outside. Right outside, and this is my barn right here. Right there, so you can kind of see this is FastCoast. And you'll recognize the truck probably from Carpenter the movie when you watch it. So we actually shot a scene back here in my back lot. So you just go in here and it's movie sets, and my office is all in here and back here. So right now we're creating sets and stuff. And this is like in our back lot right here. There's like an alleyway, and you can see the Rocky Mountains back there. It's pretty awesome. See those right there. And you can kind of see that's Blodgett Canyon out over that way. So now here I'm standing in my little movie collection, which is always a mess. I'm always grabbing things and removing. These movies were all in a different fashion because I moved the shelving in here to create my sets. This is the back of the set. You can see it's just like cardboard. That's in the corridor of the spaceship corridor that we're making. And we also filmed Saturday Morning Rewind.
Tim Liddell from the Saturday Morning Rewind Cartoon Podcast, a podcast all about your childhood pretty much.
Which is behind this curtain, but there's right now storage for set pieces right now. And I can show you guys, so like behind the scrim here, you can see the faux brick all made out of cardboard from Grid Street. And then we have this, which is a mess right here, but this is our mirror I put together just for when we were doing makeup on Carpenter, our film Carpenter. We have a chair here. Our makeup artist can work right there. She's back in this chair again.
Where I live.
I know, right? Getting pampered, putting blood on your face. And see, and it's all, here's my office. This office though, it's a movie set as well, because there's a window right out here. We haven't put the skin on yet, but it's basically a movie set. I built this office out of just recycled material. This area used to not exist. It used to be a working area with a workbench, and this closet is actually underneath a stairwell. And I built all this stuff using just wood and stuff and paint, and built this office out of nothing. This was like a nasty, disgusting area, and now I made my own little area. Just over time, I kind of built and put insulation in, and I'm still building up. It's still this like barn that I'm turning into a studio. And it's kind of cool because when I would go visit like Universal Studios, and I got to just recently go to Paramount Studios, thanks to my good friend Jeremy Sauter, who actually works there. He let me in on the back lot, and he said something really cool and interesting, which is so true. Is basically, I love that blood splatter right there, is that studios are just like an empty warehouse, and then they just bring everything in. They don't always have the lights in there. It's normally like if you walk in while they're not filming, it's just like a big, huge warehouse. That's all it is. So you can call a studio a warehouse or a garage, basically, because they do have the big doors so they can get things in. So even me, I have right here are two big double doors. Kind of see the light peeking in. It's still building and doing insulation. But these two doors open outward, so I can drive a vehicle in when this set isn't here. So I can actually drive a car in here, and we can film movies around the car. So the car can actually drive up through here.
Isn't that illegal?
So this is always changing, except for this part of my office. Right here is always here, and it can also double as a set too. And we have an upstairs that's just all storage right now, but we can also use upstairs as well as part of our filming and movies. So I just wanted to show you this little tour of my studio, and I just utilize every space. Even we have like a couch in here that we actually use as part of set stuff. So I'll actually flip it up to hide, so like hide it, and so we can add more elements into the room. So yeah, and then my green screen behind me, I use an actual green screen scrim, but I also use this. This is just neon green poster paper. So I got this like at a local store, and I just staple it up, and it works great. It's a great way of extending your set, basically. And then we're going to be building over here where these double doors are. Those will be gone, and actually it'll turn into another hallway, so we can have the set be a number of hallways, like how they do in the film. So we'll just redress it for different parts of our spaceship in the movie. But this is FastCoast production. It's just literally made it out of nothing and still building it now. So we're making this into something with nothing. Guys, my name is Christian Ackerman with FastCoast Productions. I'll see you in the movies.